Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So this week Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wrapped up what they started in the first episode last week, introduced the next big villain character, as well as a plot that I think is going to spill into the Phase 3 movies. So lots of stuff to get through. Grab yourself some damn fine coffee, and we'll talk about what the hell just happened. I'll wait just a sec for you guys to get that coffee. Okay, ready? Here we go. Top 5 moments. Number 5, Fitzmac is the new Fitzsimmons. That's what I'm calling Fitz and Mac. It also brings up the point about Simmons. Where the hell is she? They're basically saying she bailed, but based on the teaser for the next episode, something else is going on. So I'll talk about that later in this video. Fitz, though, seems like he's continuing to slide off the deep end. I noticed he seemed much more lucid when he was hallucinating Simmons than when he was talking to normal people. The performance just felt a little inconsistent. And at some point, they're really gonna have to explain these hallucinations. I'm guessing Mac is gonna be the one to call him out on it. But Coulson knows that he's hallucinating. Right now I think that Fitz could go a couple of ways. Either his brain's gonna explode from trauma, or whatever's going on with him could help him unlock the secrets of the universe and hack the obelisk tech. Based on the teaser for the next episode too, Kraken could also try to hack Fitz's brain, or they could use whatever device they have jacked into that person. I'm really hoping that Fitz's problem ties in with unlocking the obelisk. I feel like when you suffer brain injuries in the Marvel Universe, you can see across time and space. It's like getting dumped in vats of radioactive waste. You know, you get powers. I mean, that's how it works in the comic book universe. Really digging Fitz and Mac together though. I know everyone wanted Mac to turn out to be Luke Cage. That is not the case, I don't think. I think they're gonna roll out Luke Cage whenever they start doing the Netflix shows next year. The other big thing that I'm really hoping is going to happen, because we're really early in the season, is that Crazy Fitz is going to tie in with the Crazy Coulson plot with him drawing all the symbols and unlocking the obelisk. Like, I'm hoping all those things will just kind of dovetail together. Number 4, Coulson needs some dry erase markers. Did anyone else wonder that while he was carving that board up? It seemed like he was just spackling over it after he finished each time. It seemed like there was like a bucket of spackle sitting to the side. So like he'd carve it up, May would take pictures, they'd chronicle it, and then he'd erase his tracks, like he'd erase his work. It's too bad he's not saving those. I bet he could earn a ton of money selling them on Etsy as like crazy coffee tables. I'm pretty sure that there's demand for coffee tables with celestial language graffitied all over it. The 18 days thing I feel like is pretty important too. Like it's part of some cycle Coulson is on that's going to tie into something that's going to be going on with the obelisk. Here's some of my early theories about this. 1, it could be gem-related tech, as in the soul gems are conscious entities capable of pushing their will. So maybe the obelisk is tied to a gem, and the gem is just inceptioning all these different people, the way that Tesseract inceptioned Hawkeye and Dr. Selvig. It could be one of the gems just trying to bring about some sort of predetermined outcome. Think about it this way. The power behind the obelisk, whether it's gem or Terrigen crystal related, it's communicating with Coulson, trying to get him to do something. Coulson just hasn't figured out what that is yet. Terrigen crystals do not really work that way. Gems can do that though. And based on the way that Reyna and Sky's father were talking about the obelisk, it makes me think it's more gem related than Terrigen crystal related. I don't think that the obelisk is a straight up gem. I do think it's connected to the gems though. Number 3, Absorbing Man absorbs the obelisk. I like that its effect on him went beyond his metahuman physiology. I think we're just meant to take away that the obelisk is more alien and more powerful than anyone understands. Not including the captain though. He seems to be the only one who has a clue what's going on. The Hydra person that Creel was working with was able to talk him down, so whatever the obelisk did to him, its effects aren't really clear right now. It's not clear if there's any lasting effects. He did get away with Reyna's carbide ring. The whole purpose of that was just to tease him as being potentially indestructible. When she said store energy, did anyone just wonder whether or not he'd be able to take a blast from the destroyer gun? I feel like that's the real tease for the future of Absorbing Man. He's just going to become so powerful that Coulson and Talbot won't be able to take him down with conventional energy weapons. Right now he's neutralized, but Coulson explained he's only been turned to rock, and even that won't stick. So expect to see Absorbing Man back in a future episode. Not next week, but eventually. Number 2, Black Panther shoutout. This wasn't necessarily a Black Panther teaser. I think the character's big enough that they'd want to intro him in one of the movies. The reference was Operation Panther Claw though. They never said Wakanda. But the interesting thing about that place is that it has extremely advanced technology. So if they're dealing with gem-related technology or Kree tech or whatever the obelisk is, Wakanda could be a place for them to go where they can get help. And my number one moment, of course, Kyle MacLachlan is the Doctor. His name right now is just the Doctor. They haven't revealed his first or last name. Right off the bat, here's what I think. He is a human, like he's not an alien in disguise. He's very clearly not working with Hydra, which means now we're up to 3 factions. 4 if you include the military. There's Team Coulson, which you could also consider Team Avengers, Hydra and Kraken, and now this new group with Reyna and the Doctor. He's not confirmed evil, he's just someone who seems very interested in his own plans. The big question now is that based on the big plan that Reyna teased, who are these people and what is this obelisk? The first thing my mind goes to is obviously Inhumans and Kree tech. We only saw the Kree in Guardians of the Galaxy for a brief moment, not including Ronan, but the Kree were behind the Terrigen crystals in the comics, and the crystals were responsible for the creation of the Inhumans. It's possible they're modifying the origins of the Inhumans just to work within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They did the same thing with Ultron, like they changed Ultron's backstory. They could be doing the exact same thing with the Inhumans. The other important thing to consider is that during Guardians, the Collector explained the gems and the Celestials. So it's possible that these markings are the language of the Celestials because they're the ones that originally contained the gems. That still doesn't explain who Kyle MacLachlan is. He could be a character from the comics. We're just gonna have to wait to find out because next week is a big Hydra story. Let me know what your favorite moment was, and big question, do you think that the obelisk is tied to an Inhuman storyline? Remember, Marvel could just be swapping the Terrigen crystals for like gem-related technology. The big things to look out for in episode 3 next week are Kraken, who we'll learn a bunch more about, and we'll learn what Simmons has been doing, with Hydra apparently. My guess is that she's just been trying to infiltrate them. She seems too pure to have turned evil, but I'm looking forward to some Hydra-related comedy. Simmons is typically a character that's used for comedies, so I'm sure we'll get some funny Simmons-Hydra moments. So overall, I gave the episode a solid A- just for amazing execution of a 2-part story, this basically being the second half. Technically, it was not a 2-parter, but the story was such a continuation of the events from the first episode, it should have been called Part 2. The show also earns a ton of extra points for wasting no time in mapping out the big players of the season and telling us what they're going after. Like it's a very clear path. The Doctor and Reyna are trying to unlock the powers of the obelisk and get Skye. I'm actually guessing that Skye is going to be the key to controlling the obelisk. Why else would he want her so badly? It doesn't seem like it was love that inspired him to order Reyna to get Skye. Then there's Hydra and Kraken, who also want the obelisk, but at the same time want to bogart all the rest of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s resources. World domination, so 1945. Then there's Coulson, who's trying to unlock the mysteries of the Celestial language while cleaning up the Hydra mess and keeping the world from falling apart. So right now, the thing that's really getting me sucked into the story, that's really keeping me interested, is trying to see how all these characters and their side plots are connected. Obviously, the obelisk is like the MacGuffin. It's the thing that's going to be pushing the plot forward, and all these other things will have to connect to it by the end of the year. In terms of performances, I think Absorbing Man's going to totally be an interesting recurring character. He got a lot more dialogue in this episode, so his character is, percolating, it's developing. I think he'll get better with time. Coulson, of course, always tons of fun. I'm really happy to see Reyna back too. She was one of the most interesting new characters last season. All in all, the show is just feeling more and more like a movie every week, which is amazing. I never expect that kind of thing from a simple TV show, but S.H.I.E.L.D. is definitely throwing down the gauntlet in front of the other comic book shows this year. Arrow and The Flash, I think, are definitely up to the challenge, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Because I have some extra time this week again, I'm going to be doing another Q&A just like I did last week, so be sure to subscribe to get that. Leave all your questions. I also live tweet a lot of the episodes, so if you want to play along, the links for my social are down in the description. But right now, you can click here to get that Q&A. I'll add the annotation as soon as I post it, and click here for my episode 1 video. Thank you so much for watching. This is a lot of fun. Everybody rewatch the episode, and we'll meet up tomorrow. High fives.